Welcome to our last edition of Sun News Blazer Beat. I'm Troy Grimmond.
And I'm Brian Farsko. Thanks for tuning in. The women's golf regular season has come to an end. Now comes the WAC Women's Golfing Championship to be played tomorrow and go through the weekend, concluding Sunday at the Rim Golf Club in Payson, Arizona. There are 11 different universities participating in this year's tournament, and whoever wins the championship will represent the WAC Conference at the NCAA Regional Championship, May 17th through the 22nd at the Omni LA Costa Resort and Spa in Carlsbad, California.
The Utah Tech men's golf team finished up playing in the University of California Santa Barbara Gaucho Invitational last week and are now focused on gearing up for the WAC tournament, set to take place on April 26th. The tournament will occur at the golf club at Chaparral Pines. At the Gaucho Invitational, the Blazers came home with a 12th place finish. As mentioned in last week's show, freshman KJ Ofehengawe was a front runner for the Blazers as he posted his first ever top 20 finish at the collegiate level. And so, Brant, what I like about this is both teams started off a little bit slow in the beginning of the year, obviously. Not the greatest finishes, especially in the fall slate come to the spring slate, but they've really started to pick it up later in the season, which is huge.
Yeah, but now they're competing in the WAC championship, and may the best win. But something that's interesting is last week the men's and women's both got a new practice facility, and they're going to be practicing at the Black Desert Golf Course next year. And this golf course is a very nice golf course, and it's actually
cool one, yeah,
where the PGA is going to be playing in October when they come to St. George.
Well, yeah, a PGA regulated course is no joke. I mean, there's courses like Pebble Beach that's very popular. Also, famous courses in Georgia, all throughout the Midwest as well. So it's super cool that Utah has its very own PGA course. And the WAC championship for the men's is just 8 days out. Mm-hmm. They're getting ready. They're gearing up. But the one thing that, like, my advice, as you know, a bogey golfer, I would just take it one stroke at a time. I think that's the key to success because, I mean, you stay hot and it's a game of rhythm. So you really need to just take one stroke at a time, don't fall out of a rhythm, and they'll do just fine.
Golf is a marathon, not a sprint. Moving on from golf, the Utah Tech baseball falls yet again to Brigham Young University, 8-2. Tuesday's game was the second time these two teams played each other this year. The Trailblazers jumped ahead early with 2 runs in the first inning. Despite efforts from Hank Dotson and Chase Rodriguez, BYU's pitching tightened, allowing only 4 hits. BYU's offense capitalized on opportunities, scoring in multiple innings to secure the win. Utah Tech heads back to conference play, facing Grand Canyon University in a 3-game series this weekend in Phoenix, Arizona.
The Utah Tech softball team came away with a huge victory over Cal Baptist University last week, winning 5-1. That win brings the team's record to 15 wins and 26 losses. Up next, the team will take on Tarleton State in a doubleheader this Friday. Tarleton is currently slated last in the Western Athletic Conference with a record of 4 wins and 13 losses. The Blazers have a chance to pull over the .500 mark if they come away with victories in the doubleheader. The Blazers will also have a chance to break into the top 5 in the WAC with those wins.
Spikeball is one of the newest club sports on campus. It provides the opportunity for students to come and enjoy the sunshine and campus in a friendly game with friends.
I grew up loving Spikeball, and ever since last semester when I first came here, I thought this was like the most gorgeous campus ever, and it's warm year-round. We get 300 annual days of sunshine, so I wanted to start a Spikeball club, and then this was the year that we finally did it. Met this guy.
Yeah, we kind of met each other, and we love playing Spikeball, and we made it work, and we made it happen.
We've met so many new people, and we hang out with these people too. Like, we kind of creating this culture. That's awesome.
Yeah, we get around 40 to 70 people each time we meet, and it's always awesome just to meet new people. We play every time, and it's always awesome to just see them walking around. They're always like, hey, are we still doing Spikeball this week? So it's been awesome just to meet the community we have here at Utah Tech.
Eventually, we want to start doing tournaments. I think next year we'll start doing 1 tournament each semester. In terms of playing collegiately, that's not in our plans yet.
We'd definitely love to do it, but It's not in the plans yet. We do have a couple pro players that come every now and then. They do teach the congregation just a couple times, but for now, we don't have any future plans for that big of a deal. There was no real barriers to starting it. It just came together, and once it started, it was up and going. From the first, I think the first meet was pretty awesome just because our first meet, we had around 45 people show up at 5 o'clock right when it started, so that was super awesome to see that everybody was so excited for it.
Yeah, one thing I will say is, we have a couple people that come and they don't really have a lot of friends, and I've seen through this club, they've met friends, and I see them hanging outside of the club, which has been super cool to see.
Come play Spikeball.
Spike them balls!
After the break, Sun News guest anchor Andy Meerbrook will be back with your news update.
It's official. Dixie State University is now Utah Tech University. Our Polytechnic focus combines active learning with career readiness in all of our 250 programs. As one of the fastest growing, most affordable, and safest universities in the country, Utah Tech was recently ranked as a top 10 arts and science college. So, join us and experience the difference at Utah Tech University.
Discover the challenge your soul has been seeking, where the lure of triumph rings through time and space, where limits are transformed, champions are crowned, and legends are made. The land of endurance is calling. Rise to it.
St. George police are looking for 2 teens after stabbing at a private party on April 12th. Police dispatched around 10:30 p.m. to calls of a stabbing at a private party held by the company Young Dumb. During the party, a fight broke out, escalating from physical altercations to 2 teens suffering wounds near the chest area. Both teen boys were transported to a hospital with sustained punctured lungs and rib injuries. With hundreds of young adults being at the party, police haven't been able to interview all witnesses and need help finding the suspects. This is still an ongoing investigation. If you or anyone you know may have information or videos and can assist in the investigation, call the St. George Police Department at 435-627-4300. On a brighter note, the 5th annual event, Day of Giving, brought the Utah Tech community together for students in need. For the past few years, this event has given students the chance to continue their education with scholarship money. This year, Utah Tech set the goal to raise $50,000 and ended up raising $88,170 with over 82 donations over the span of 36 hours. This account is ran by the Dean of Students, Allie Threet. Executive Assistant of Student Affairs and recipient of the fund, Crystal Johnson, said, "I feel important that to support the students and to just give something." And that is all for your news update, although we're not done quite yet. Me, Brant, and Ben decided to end the semester with a little competition. Who do you think is going to be the best mini golfer?
That's me.
Ready?
Yeah! Energy! Let's go! Off the rock?
Yeah, off the rock. Because that obviously is doing me well.
I wish I could, like, spin this like it was a bowling ball. We saw that bowling segment.
Okay.
But did you witness that?
Okay. Oh.
Yes, I did. Stuck. Oh, my heck. Yeah! Yeah! Karma! Bang!
Oh, and he gets it. Oh!
He's back where he started. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, hole
Yeah.
one.
Ah!
Hey!
Hey!
My button camera. Oh, never mind. What? That's crazy. Nobody's making it to the Masters here. I don't know. With that one, I might be.
That would be our. Oh.
Bang. Let's get a hole in one. No. And I did it. Oh! And did I make a hole in one?
No.
Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, my.
Okay.
Oh, my. Oh, my goodness, Andy!
No.
You made a hole in one!
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did! No way!
Lied.
No!
No.
No.
Bro.
Sabotage. Annie can win right here.
Yep.
I think so. And I didn't get it. I have to act. Bruh.
I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I certainly did.
Thanks for tuning in.
What a match, honestly. I got a mic. You love to see it. I suck at golf. And that's why I don't play it. I do think it is a rich person sport, and I'm broke. So I think if we count all the holes, I win. But I don't know what you guys are gonna see. But if we're talking about hardest hitting balls, I'm the winner. So did you guys see how hard I hit that ball into the jail? Oh, you're good at smacking them, huh? My bad.
Yep. Tune in to Blazer Beat.
Same week, same time, same week. No, we're done. This is it. And
And Annie, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I think you won that one.
Yeah.
The mini golf gods were just not with me on that one. I was not doing good. You saw how many I missed.
That was a very chaotic game of mini golf, but I think it was a good way to end the semester and end the show.
It was very fun to go out to Fiesta Fun and play a game of mini golf.
Yeah. Stay tuned after the break. Troy and Brant will be joined by Sun News sports writer Ben Dawson to discuss topics including the Utah Tech spring game, the National Hockey League coming to Utah, and the National Football League Draft 2024.
It's official. Dixie State University is now Utah Tech University. Our Polytechnic focus combines active learning with career readiness in all of our 250 programs. As one of the fastest growing, most affordable, and safest universities in the country, Utah Tech was recently ranked as a top 10 arts and science college. So, join us and experience the difference at Utah Tech University.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
The National Hockey League approves the relocation of the Arizona Coyotes to Salt Lake City. The relocation was sparked due to a dispute over where the team will play in Arizona. The team has had trouble with leasing a stadium for a few years. The relocation to Salt Lake City is expected to bring about a name change for the team. No name has been confirmed, but fans are speculating that the team may change their name to the Utah Yetis or the Utah Blizzard. The name change will create a whole new brand for the team. I hope I can catch a game in Salt Lake this upcoming season. I know that obviously you want to see a team where you are, and you don't want it to be because of a dispute over where they're going to play, over a stadium, something like that. But just getting a team close by in Utah, exciting. I love watching hockey games, and I can't wait to see what name they actually pick.
You know, I'm excited to get another professional sports team here in Utah. So far, we only have the Utah Jazz, and I think that Utah is a great location for sports teams, and they should get more. And another name I heard for the new NHL team is the Storm and Mormons, which is a little funny, but I do like it a little bit.
All I know is that I'm backing up a team called the Storm and Mormons. I am a ride or die if they make their name
the Storm
and Mormons. I'll dress up in like the whole fit. Suit and
tie or what?
I'll be like a priest. I'll walk in, dude. I'll be one of those crazy fans. But NHL coming to Utah is super cool. I know a lot of people who support NHL, and they love the move as well. Arizona and Utah are completely different places. Yep. You know, it's year-round, almost snowing up north too, and I feel like it's just an overall better location for this NHL team, and it's going to be super cool to watch them thrive and prosper.
That's why I think the Frostbite or the Blizzard is a great name change. You know what I'm saying? Yetis, super cold.
I think the Yetis are a good one too,
like
for sure. Yeah.
This Saturday, we get a teaser of what some of the Utah Tech fall sports have in store for the 2024-2025 season. Starting off at 11:30 a.m., the Utah Tech football team will showcase what they can do under new management, since Lance Anderson became the new head coach in December of last year. There'll be a meet and greet with the team and coaches after the scrimmage, along with a meet and greet with the Utah Tech women's soccer team. Then at 3 p.m., the women's soccer team scrimmages against Snow College. This is all going down at the Bruce Hertz Field.
The National Football League draft is slated to take place Thursday, April 25th through Saturday, April 27th in Detroit. The draft is always a time of hope and speculation for fan bases across the country. 257 players will hear their names called and get drafted over the 3-day span. There are tons of talented players in the draft this year, especially at the quarterback position, with players like Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, and J.J. McCarthy. Some mock drafts have the first 4 selection all being quarterbacks. I personally can't wait to see what every team decides to do in the draft. I know that my favorite team, the Chiefs, we picked 32nd overall, so I don't know what type of player we're going to get. But all the quarterbacks, I mean, we named 4, but we also have Bo Nix and Michael Penix, who could be drafted in the top 10 in any other draft, but this draft they probably won't. And then also a lot of stacked wide receivers in this draft with players like Marvin Harrison Jr. and Rome Odunze.
Yeah, my favorite team, the Broncos, they haven't been doing great this past couple of years, and they just got rid of their quarterback Russell Wilson to the Steelers, and they're actually looking for a quarterback. And I've heard in some mock drafts that they might pick up Bo Nix from Oregon, which he is a good quarterback. I'd be happy to see him there. But who has the first pick is the Chicago Bears. They've got the first overall pick, and they actually have 2 top 10 picks. They've got the 1st and the 9th. And Chicago should be able to find 2, maybe 3 starters for their team this year.
No, I mean, I don't mean to be a hater. Trust me, it's not in my nature. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But you have to remember with the draft, there's booms and there's busts.
There is.
Just I gotta put that out there right now. I mean, look at Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, last pick in the draft. Yeah. Lamar Jackson, last quarterback taken in the draft. Lamar Jackson already has 2 MVPs. Brock Purdy's a Super Bowl contender. You got to look at this. Justin Herbert too. Justin Herbert wasn't picked very far up in the draft either. Look at him; he's thriving in the Chargers scheme. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going into this, and it makes you wonder, like, Heisman winners don't thrive. Jameis Winston, for instance, Heisman winner in college, phenomenal quarterback in college, but he's still in the NFL. He's doing his thing. He's a great quarterback, but, I mean, he's not starting, but he's very helpful in team chemistry, too. Also, who am I thinking of?
Johnny
Manziel. Johnny Football. I was about to say, Johnny Manziel.
Won the
Heisman, possibly the greatest college. Like, the NIL deals now, he would be rolling in money.
Yeah.
Rolling in money. With Tim Tebow.
Yes.
Tim Tebow too, yes.
With the Heisman, recently, Baker Mayfield was the first overall pick. Kyler Murray was the first overall pick. Too. Bryce Young was the first overall pick. None of them have really shown a lot in the NFL yet. But every team wants a home run pick. Every team, they want to hit it big. I think the best example, the Texans, C.J. Stroud was a home run pick, and then they traded up to get Will Anderson. So every team wants to turn their team around.
And now they have Stephon Diggs.
They want to turn it around in one draft, but you know, I feel like every team that does that, it's like 1 out of 10 that is actually able to turn themselves around just from 2 picks.
Yeah, look at this. Before we close this out, I want to hear who you guys think is going to thrive in the draft. Who do you think's going first, and do you think they're going to thrive or not?
I'm going to say Marvin Harris Jr. Marvin Harris from Ohio State. He's a great receiver. He racked up tons of yards this year, and I think he could go first and do great in the league.
I personally think it's going to be Caleb Williams because he won the Heisman. He's had all this hype. I know we talked about Heisman's not always working out, but he won the Heisman. He's got all this hype for 2 years now. I think there's no way they don't pick him, especially because they traded Justin Fields.
True.
So they don't really have a quarterback now. If they get Marvin Harrison Jr., are they going to try and draft their quarterback with the 9th pick that they have? So I don't know. I just can't see him passing up on Caleb Williams because then when the 9th pick comes around, they might be stuck with someone like Bo Nix because of all the stacked quarterbacks and teams that need them, like the Pats.
Still, look at the Oregon quarterbacks though. Justin Herbert's an Oregon prospect, so I mean, Bo Nix has every single tool to be good in the trade. But going to my pick, this might seem crazy. Give me J.J. McCarthy.
Okay. First overall? Okay, really?
No, not first overall. But like most underrated and maybe that's what I want to say. J.J. McCarthy. I mean, Jim Harbaugh spoke very highly of him, and we know Jim Harbaugh's a very prosperous NFL and college coach.
Yes, he is.
So I think J.J. McCarthy has the tools for the trade, and he's going to thrive very well in the NFL. And that's it for this week's edition of Sun News Blazer Beat. Thanks for tuning in.
Troy and I are signing off for the last time. Have a great summer, Trailblazers.
Don't leave just yet. Stay tuned for some of this semester's best bloopers.
Like good to start? What is going on, guys?
And she acts surprised.
I know what she needs for home. Works out, eh?
Okay, yeah.
This.
Hi, my name is Brant.
Can't do this shit. I can't even. Stop!
Y'all go down.
If you make it into the hole,
$5.
I won't be on the show next week.
There is no show next week.
I can't believe this is for school.
I don't know.
Is this the closing?
Yeah.
Are we closing? Wait.
Closing
Are we
time. I don't know the rest of that.
That's my work played that every time we were closing. It's one of my favorite songs now. Actually, believe it or not.
We're done.